Well, hi everybody. This is Dave Jones with Storm Center Communications and GeoCollaborate. This is a update on this Sunday, November 17th, 2024, a little bit after 1 o'clock, almost 1:30 Eastern Time. And this is a tropical update for the All Hazards Consortium, the sensitive information sharing environment where we share information across platforms. So private sector liaisons within state emergency operations centers and also the private sector partners can share information and be on the same page at the same time so we can keep commerce moving across state borders. So we want to keep everybody updated on the tropics and what's going on. And we're talking about Sara, now downgraded to a tropical depression as of 1 o'clock this afternoon by the National Hurricane Center. Sara now has winds of 35 miles per hour. And you can see, boy, it really hasn't moved a whole lot since our update on Friday. We didn't have an update yesterday, but today's, boy, it's really just drifting to the west. You can see that. Here's Belize right here. So it's just about 35 miles west of Belize and moving to the west-northwest. So it should emerge in the Bay of Campeche during the day tomorrow and then kind of fizzle out. However, the moisture is going to continue to move to the north, and you can already see these clouds. You see these clouds in the cumulus fields here? This is the GOES East visible satellite image and also the sea surface temperature data overlaid there too. But look at these clouds streaming across Mexico. There's a strong low pressure. We talked about this. As a matter of fact, I can move this over just a little bit. There's a strong low pressure system that's developing just south of Texas. It's going to be moving north, creating some severe weather during the day tomorrow in Texas and Oklahoma. But you can see that strong southerly wind already pulling moisture up here. That's what's going to happen with the remnants of Sara as it gets caught up in this area and then curves over and starts to enhance some rainfall in the Gulf Coast. I'll show you that on the model forecast here in just a second. Let me take this full screen and I'll show you what it looks like here from the satellite perspective. And you can see all the way across the Caribbean Sea. Not really a whole lot going on. Beautiful weather in Jamaica today. Also, further to the east over Puerto Rico, there's some scattered showers. There's a frontal system that's passing through. A lot of dry air coming down. So things should improve. Very nice over Cuba and over the southeastern Bahamas as well. But this is our focus here. This is the remnants of Sara, or tropical depression Sara. And I do want to show you what it looks like from the standpoint of the latest statistics. So let's put that on right now. The location 17.4 north, 89.0 west. That should say the 1 p.m. advisory up there, not the 4 p.m. advisory. My bad. 55 miles west of Belize City. Max winds 35 miles per hour, movement to the west-northwest at 8 miles per hour, and the minimum central pressure up to 1,003 millibars. So we're going to see that pressure keep coming up the longer it remains over land and then emerges over the Bay of Campeche. I do want to show you, though, the rainfall forecast, and I'm going to zoom in here just to give you some orientation. We're going to talk about the rainfall forecast from Quintana Roo down through Belize. I'll back out just a little bit here and down into Nicaragua, Honduras, Nicaragua down here and Honduras here, and also over towards Guatemala. This is going to be the rainfall forecast as this GOES data reloads here. So let me show you that. And this is what it looks like. You can see that orange bullseye still over Belize and over parts of Guatemala. You can see rainfall total still expected yet to come over the next 3 days. 8 to 12 inches of rain. That's 200 to 300 millimeters of rain on top of what has already fallen. So some areas are going to see well in the range of 25 to 30 inches of rain. That's causing devastating flooding in many areas and lots of mud flows, mudslides, and landslides. You can see in Honduras, that yellow area, even western Nicaragua, going up into eastern Guatemala, and then also in Quintana Roo, just south of, say, Cancun, rainfall totals of 6 to 8 inches even 4 to 6 inches. So let's say 4 to 8 inches of rain, up to 200 millimeters of rain over the next 3 days. And so that's what it looks like here. And I do want to show you also GeoCollaborate, and we'll take that full screen because this is the latest advisory from the National Hurricane Center. You can see here, these are the tropical storm force wind probabilities going down very quickly because look, here's the center of the storm here. I can click on that, 35 mile per hour winds. That is the latest statement from the National Hurricane Center, 12 p.m. Central Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. You can see the tropical storm path that it has taken. Now it's a depression, and it's expected to remain a depression until it gets over, and Hurricane Center forecasting it to dissipate in the southeastern bay of Campeche there, where the winds will die down. But the main thing about this system is it will get caught up in that cold front that's moving up, strong jet stream producing the low pressure system over south of Texas. Then it will move up. What I have displayed here also is the 1 to 3 day excessive rainfall forecast from the Weather Prediction Center in College Park, Maryland. So we're expecting over the next 3 days, this area in yellow has a higher probability of seeing flooding rains because of this low pressure that's going to develop and move up. And then also the moisture from Sara will get caught up and will produce moderate to heavy rain at times that could produce flooding. So this is south of Birmingham and also in the panhandle of Florida, and from about New Orleans eastward, we're going to be watching for flooding rains likely during the day on Tuesday. And so let me show you the model forecast here. I want to switch over to the GFS and we'll show you what's going on. There's that strong ocean storm that came off the coast, caused that house to collapse in Rodanthe in North Carolina. Showed you that video the other day. Here is the remnants of Sara right here, and I'm going to take this, put this into motion, and we'll move this along. You can see it kind of disappears, but the moisture remains. High pressure remains in control in the southeast part of the country, but it is that return flow now. Return flow, winds blow clockwise around a high pressure system, so that return flow is going to be picking up that moisture, funneling it right into this intense low pressure. This is during the afternoon tomorrow. We expect severe weather in Oklahoma and also parts of Kansas. Here's the warm front stretching out here. This thing is going to be making a beeline up towards the Great Lakes, but in the meantime, it's going to be sucking up some of that moisture. I'll put it into further motion here so you can see what happens here. There's that moisture getting entrained, and now you can see an enhancement right here just east of New Orleans, an enhancement to that rain. So that is the center of or the circulation, what's left over of Sara with its moisture interacting with this frontal system, and it's going to create an enhanced area of very heavy rainfall. So if you live along the Gulf Coast, east of New Orleans and west of Jacksonville here, there's Jacksonville, west here, it's going to be a pretty bumpy Tuesday. This is Tuesday afternoon. Then that area of precip comes back out along the Florida coast and dives down to the southeast with that big push of the front and strong winds pushing in some colder air. As a matter of fact, it's going to be some snow up here in the Great Lakes, even pushing in towards places like higher elevations of West Virginia and western Maryland during the day on Thursday. I'll take it out that far to show you what happens, but here's the remnants of that heavy precipitation just off the Florida coast. So be prepared for a wet week in the west coast of Florida, even across some of the central portions of Florida there. There could perhaps be some isolated severe storms as well. But as I take this out into the future, you see it kind of dissipates as it approaches Key West and then falls apart just as some regular rain showers. But look at this low pressure system, intense over the Great Lakes, pushing very cold air in over the mid-Atlantic. So freezing temperatures are going to be likely in the mid-Atlantic. That is Thursday into Friday morning. but then also some lake effect and enhanced snow is going to be happening in western Maryland, western Pennsylvania, higher elevations of West Virginia. Could see some pretty decent accumulations there as well. But as far as the moisture from Sara by Thursday, all gone pretty much and trained into this frontal system, and the system is out of here. So that is great news. And I suspect now we're going to see the National Hurricane Center, after we get the remnants of Sara off the Hurricane Center map, no tropical development expected over the next 7 days. Remember, the hurricane season ends on November 30th. Doesn't mean that all tropical activity just ends on that day, but it's highly unlikely that we'll see additional tropical development after that. And I've just got to tell you, it has been a wild season, and that's something that everyone in the state of Florida understands as well, and also in the Caribbean. We hope not to see another active season like this again, and we'll certainly be preparing for the next season during the winter months. But in the meantime, the remnants of Sara should be out of here, and we should be clearing out. Some drier, cooler weather will spread across Florida, at least for a little while, and it will remain a little bit tropical and rainy down in the Western Caribbean. Jamaica looks okay. Also, Hispaniola and Puerto Rico will finally get rid of some of those heavier rain showers, cause some localized flooding. We'll get some drier air in there too. So that's it. That's it for the tropical update. I am Dave Jones with Storm Center Communications and GeoCollaborate. Say goodbye, at least to the tropical depression Sara over the next day, but the moisture is going to make its way up towards the Gulf Coast. We'll have another update for you tomorrow. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of the day if possible. Please take care of yourself and also watch out for your neighbors. They really do appreciate it. Take care.